Hi, Chris Ozyck here, second day of spring, my second day of my 50-day challenge to improve my local environment or do things to improve the environment from home. I want to show you one of the things I'm getting the opportunity to learn more about forcing. Typically I'll force quince and forsythia in my house, but this year I decided to try a whole bunch of new things, and so I'm going to show you a little bit about how to do that. So spring is a great time to prune all your plants in your yard. I usually do too much pruning, but I'm going to do some pruning because I want to see how things work. So here I have a Fothigilia, and so I want to see how it's going to do. So I look for anything that might be a crossing branch or something that's not good for the structure, and I'm just going to prune it out right now. And then we'll go pick up, I'll do a couple more, and then we'll go pick up some other stuff in the yard. Back 40 of my yard, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of forsythia here. Just prune anything that's long and weepy, and we can clean it up down below. Okay, I got my forsythia here. When doing any sort of forcing or putting something in the water, you want to make sure you cut off the bottom, what will be leaves or flowers, so that they're not sitting in the water and making the water funky. So we prune off all those, and then you cut the bottoms at an angle, which helps them from getting mushed up too. So here I have the forsythia, and here's a common Chinese food takeout container. I put a little food dye in there for the kids, and you could just cut a hole in the top and stick your forsythia in. A great way to use a recycled container. And as the water translocates up through these leaves, we'll see the yellow start to turn red, which could be a lot of fun. My Fothigilia, I'm mixing it here with a whole bunch of other budded plants that I'm waiting to see how they do. So I have some lilacs in here, some serviceberry, some maple, and I like all the buds and the way the buds look together, but when the blooms come out, or the leaves, that should also be exciting. Not sure how this is all going to work out. Haven't had great success with lilacs in the past, but I'm willing to try it again this year. And then don't forget about our evergreens. Our evergreens also are blooming. So this is our humble Pachysandra. So you can see it in bloom. Could make sort of a handsome arrangement in the bathroom, last a long time. Something like Andromeda. You can really appreciate the flowers. You see them from a distance, it just looks like a big white mass, but you bring them in close and put them on the dining room table, and you can really sort of study them and get to know your plants a little bit better. To help your plants last longer, when you get those little packets with your flowers, it's basically sugar and a little bit of antifungal stuff. So you can make that at home with just a little bit of sugar and warm water and either lemon or lime juice. Put a little bit in there. And then you shake it up, and then you're going to pour it in. About 1/4 to 1/3 of this mixture with that should really help the plants move along. This time of year, the story is all about flowers, right? Daffodils, tulips, hyacinths. I learned my love of plants through my mom. My mom would send me out into our neighborhood to go collect plants for the table on a Sunday dinner. So I would often go into neighbors' yards. Don't necessarily recommend that these days, but I would go around the neighborhood and just collect flowers and bring them home, and she thought everything I did was wonderful. So this is the quince that I typically force inside. This is our second batch of the year. I have forsythia forced in the living room, and then I'll take some of our daffodils with a little bit of euonymus and just put that in the bathroom, and make our life a little cheerier. Hope you're all doing well. Take care of yourselves, get outside, and clip some plants.